Welcome back to Ian and Jill's 2-Up Motorcycle Adventures. After we left Oradea, it was less than half an hour to the Hungarian border. We only had to show our passports and registration document once, which meant we were through in less than 5 minutes. This Romanian van driver was typically courteous to motorcyclists and waved us past him in the queue. My abiding memory of Hungarian roads will be long, straight, without much traffic, at least the ones we encountered. We did have to purchase a vignette for the use of these roads, but we were able to do that online just after the border. We reached our accommodation in Budapest in early afternoon, and after we had unloaded the bike, we headed into the city centre to do some sightseeing. Soon it was time to return to our accommodation again for a good night's rest. The next morning we set off again to enjoy Hungary's long, straight, quiet roads. One section in particular could have done with a little bit more tender loving care. However, it wasn't long until we were crossing the border into Slovakia, the slickest border crossing we'd had in a while. It was time to stop for brunch, so we found some convenient shade at the side of the road and settled down to have the pastries that we had bought at Lidl in the morning. When we reached our accommodation in Bratislava, we were able to use a lift to get to our underground car park. Pretty cool, eh?
Nice and cool here. Yes, he is very pleased with it. Nice. Good. Thank you. Oh,
Yeah, this is lovely. Yeah, really good. Yeah.
Outside it's really hot today, so.
Yeah. Since there was a bus stop just outside the door and it was only a 5-minute trip, we decided to take the bus into the city. then it was time for dinner.
Up. Hey, try, eh? Yeah. Test. If you don't like it, I'll drink.
Too bad, it's nice.
Too bad.
Okay.
Potato cake stuffed with chicken and pork. Yummy. After dinner, the waiter offered to give us a tour of the old building.
Amazing. This was original wine cellar from 400 years ago. Fantastic. 400 years ago.
Yes.
The wine cellar.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this man, this man is the biggest Slovak hero.
Okay.
You know, in England, Robin Hood.
Yes,
the
yes.
Slovak
yes,
Robin Hood.
yes. Oh, right. Okay.
And so closed another beautiful day. Tomorrow, we're off to Vienna. The next morning, it was literally a few minutes to the Austrian border. Before we crossed the border, we decided to get a vignette. There was a cabin with some self-serve machines just before the Austrian border. The border itself was a simple wave through. We reached Vienna over an hour before our earliest check-in time, so we decided to ride on into the city centre and get some photographs with the fully loaded bike. We generally filled up with fuel once a day, so we decided to do that before we visited the tourist sites. We were able to get our Vienna sticker in this souvenir shop right beside the cathedral. Time now to head to our Airbnb, which was in a nice, quiet neighbourhood not far from the centre of the city.
Very nice. Yeah.
Having unloaded the bike, it was time to head back into the city for a bit more sightseeing before our concert started at 8 o'clock, the Royal Vienna Orchestra in the Imperial Hall. Who would have thought even motorcyclists can be a bit cultured? The next morning we stopped briefly at the Austrian equivalent of Aldi to buy some breakfast. Soon we were back in the saddle and enjoying pretty well perfect riding conditions for our journey to Brno. The announcement of our transition into the Czech Republic was quite muted. And again, motorcyclists were exempted from having to buy a vignette. We stopped at this nice weir for a few minutes to stretch our legs. The caretaker was very busy. Don't worry, don't hurry, and don't forget to smell the flowers. Certainly the largest crustacean roundabout art that I've ever seen. We had a nice early check-in to our Airbnb at the tennis club near Brno. It met our requirements very nicely. After a freshen up, we headed into Brno to see what there was to see.
Yeah, let's go.
We decided to climb all the way up to the castle, and at the top we rewarded ourselves with some very nice ice cream, of course. Within minutes of us returning to our accommodation, a pretty violent storm broke. It was still raining the following morning, so we started out with waterproofs on. However, it didn't actually rain on us all day. So off came the waterproofs. Again, our host allowed us to check in a bit earlier and we're really pleased with the accommodation. The underground car parking seems really secure for the motorbike. We took time to book a walking tour and then headed into the city, but that's a story for another day. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you'd like to follow the rest of our trip and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video.